So anyway, I keep hearing that the Angel Reese, Asia Wilson supporters they are the ones with the motion. They're moving the needle.
Let's talk about reality versus hype. You've probably heard a lot of buzz lately, especially on social media, about how Angel Reese is supposedly driving interest in women's basketball. Her fans, and even Reese herself, say she's the reason for the recent surge in popularity. In fact, she's gone on record saying that when people look back 20 years from now, they'll credit her, not just one other player, for the sport's growth. Here's the truth, when the data came in, jersey sales, ticket sales, ratings, it didn't support that narrative. One name stood out from the rest, and it wasn't Angel Reese. It was Caitlin Clark.
Angel Reese is now quoted as saying, "I'll look back in 20 years and be like, yeah, the reason why we're watching women's basketball is not just because of one person." She refuses to say Caitlin Clark's name. "It's because of me too, and I want you to realize that."
Let's break this down. Between September 1st and November 3rd, a crucial stretch leading up to the holidays, Caitlin Clark led the league in jersey sales. That's not opinion. That's cold, hard numbers. While Reese and others talked about shifting the culture, Clark was moving product. And not just in the WNBA.
Down.
So, what happens when what I think is probably the far and away the most popular female athlete there is in existence right now, Caitlin Clark? What happens when her jersey sales are revealed in a very important period, by the way? September 1 through November 3rd would be some prime Christmas area. Just pointing that out.
Her jersey sales weren't just number one in the WNBA, they broke into the top of the NBA's own list. The only name above hers? Steph Curry. That's right. A rookie out of Iowa, playing in Indiana, outsold nearly every NBA superstar in the country.
League.
When Adam Silver was trying to get Caitlin Clark in the three-point shooting contest in the All-Star weekend, it was because he needed her more than she needed them. All right? That because of the popularity, what it was she could draw in. Fact is, a lot of her ratings in games last year beat a hell of a lot of regular season NBA games. That's how she moves the needle.
Let that sink in. She's not playing in New York. Not LA. Not Chicago or Boston. She's in Indiana, a small market by all standards. And still, she's selling out arenas, smashing TV ratings, and dominating merchandise sales. That's not hype. That's real-world influence.
What does that mean? We deserve more.
Of course,
Everybody.
I agree.
Everybody.
I agree with that.
But we gotta face the consequences.
What?
Damn, we gotta get it up.
Y'all gotta deal with something. Y'all gotta do something.
And we're not stopping there. How do Caitlin Clark's jersey sales stack up compared to the NBA? Are you ready for this? She didn't just dominate the WNBA, she broke into the top of the NBA's jersey sales list. Only Steph Curry outpaced her. Let that sit for a second. The only NBA player who sold more jerseys than a rookie WNBA player is arguably the most popular basketball player in the world. And right behind him is Caitlin Clark. That's not hype, that's generational impact. Meanwhile, Angel Reese's jersey sales are, well, let's just say they're comfortably in the not top 10 zone.
You see the top selling jerseys. Steph Curry is number one, and who's that? Tell me who this is. Caitlin Clark is number 2.
Meanwhile, Angel Reese, who's often positioned as a Gen Z icon, didn't crack the top 10. Her highlight reel may light up TikTok, but there's a big difference between viral moments and actual fan investment. When people are buying tickets, tuning into games, and lining up to buy jerseys, that's when you know someone is making a true impact. Clark's games beat out regular season NBA broadcasts in viewership. Her brand deals? Gatorade, Nike, State Farm.
So when Angel Reese says we, maybe she means me too, because Caitlin already did it.
Sorry, young lady. Nobody knows who you are. Nobody would be watching the WNBA additionally for you. This is all about Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark is bringing the money to the game, the planes to the game, the TV viewership. The WNBA is on fire because of Caitlin Clark.
Now, the jersey numbers weren't just
Clip
good.
6.
They were
Clark's
historic.
games beat out regular
Steph
season
Curry was
NBA
first.
broadcasts in viewership.
Caitlin Clark,
Her brand deals,
again, a rookie from
Gatorade,
Indiana,
Nike,
was second.
State Farm, Panini,
You know who
Wilson,
wasn't
just
anywhere
to
on the
name a
list?
few. She's not just
Angel
in
Reese.
commercials, she is the commercial. Reese, on the other hand, is still chasing that level of influence.
Caitlin Clark plays for the Indiana Fever. In Indiana. Now, in sports terms, Indiana is considered, quote unquote, a small market. All right, that's just a fact. It is what it is. It's not New York. It's not LA. All right, it's not even Dallas. It's not Chicago. It's not Houston. It's not a big market. All right, it's not one of these juiced up markets. Boston would be the other one. And that is Caitlin Clark.
How wide is the gap between Clark and everyone else? Think Grand Canyon. She's not just in a different league, she's in a different country code. This isn't about tearing one player down. It's about recognizing who's actually pushing the sport forward. When the stats speak, you listen. And right now, Caitlin Clark is the name echoing through arenas, marketing meetings, and living rooms across America.
This should tell everybody that wants to argue for these other players in the WNBA all they need to know.
Some Reese fans argue that her impact is different, more cultural than statistical. But here's the thing, culture without consumer engagement is just noise. Where are the packed lines for Reese jerseys? Where's the spike in viewership? It's not there. That's not bias, it's the scoreboard.
So refreshing to see some shots actually make it refreshing! Oh no, that's Angel Reese's music! Bang! You like Mustangs? Your favorite player is Lawal Dang? Oh, you said bang!
Caitlin Clark didn't campaign to become the face of women's basketball. She just played, and the world followed. She earned her spot through talent, consistency, and leadership under pressure. While others are doing podcast tours and media campaigns, Clark's setting records. Over 40 records during her NCAA run. Over 60 in her rookie season. That's not luck. That's greatness.
How far is the gap? How far is the gap between Caitlin Clark and her popularity and anybody else in the WNBA? That gap has got to be like the Grand Canyon. That's like she's in a different area code. She's in a different state, maybe a different country. There are no other WNBA players on this list. Angel Reese is not on there. All right? She is nowhere to be found.
Want to sell jerseys? Hit logo threes like Clark. Want to win over fans? Be likable. Clark didn't alienate audiences, she brought them in. She didn't ask for the spotlight. She became impossible to ignore.
All right, back to business. Slam bag work, Brittany Griner. You said you rang? Bang!
Somebody said she's got the coordination skills of a baby giraffe. I don't know what baby giraffes did to receive that kind of slander, but I won't stand for it. Bang!
The WNBA is back in little over a month. Friendly reminder, we're not watching because of one person. We're watching because of her, too.
So the next time someone says Angel Reese deserves the same recognition as Caitlin Clark, just send them the sales figures. Let the data speak for itself. Because no matter how the media spins it, the truth remains. Caitlin Clark is the reason arenas are full. The reason networks are fighting for WNBA broadcast rights. The reason women's basketball is experiencing its biggest moment ever. And that, folks, can't be faked.
The double-double record streak. Huh. Okay. I mean, that's a joke.